Down low, Towns will meet him. Shot clock at 5. Pascal Siakam. Off the bench in the playoffs. Payne will sneak his way, finding the running and leaping.
Right up in the lead in the playoffs.
Bridges double, Towns cutting and jackhammers. Nimhard on him, shot clock at 2. Oh man, what a tough shot. Long shot, Towns, no.
That was awfully deep, awfully early.
Here's McConnell, puts on the blitz, and a 14-footer is down. Rebound, chase, and grab, snatched by Towns. 3, good. Here is Brunson. Towns, quick 3, Turner there, come out.
Got it on locked right now.
Remembering the year back, Jalen Brunson was a selection for a 20-man Bob Kelsey Award and for play for the Villanova Wildcats. By 2017-18 preseason of the All-Big Game East to the tournament of the 2017-18 season, he made his way all the way down to make his finishing one of his best years. The more that he named for was the Big East Conference Man Basketball Player of the Year, sending him all the way to the Final Four and for playing against the winning teams in the national championship. And then he was selected to play with the team of the New York Knicks. After drafted from the Mavericks, he made his one of the best scores to make that possible. But it's a strategy that he makes at Brunson. He scores 38 points alongside 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 117 over 114. The win over San Antonio Spurs, and then it was the career high point of Alic to have 44 points, and it was 111 to 107 for the loss. There was no competition, but he makes 41 points out of 14 out of 19 shooting. He was one of them to be here, but this time, he now faces against the Indiana Pacers. He knows he has a lot of elite footwork, but this is not an elite athleticism. He describes himself as a hustle player. He draws this one of the high numbers in offensive fouls, and this includes charging fouls, non-charging fouls, and illegal screens. This is not the option. This is the former of what he has made. The result of his style of the play that involved out of necessarily, quick with strength and agility, but not the height, length, or vertically to differentiate himself off the ground. But at this point, the Pacers arrive as they are now back in for the conference finals. Since they were a part of it as they started in 1977, it became one of the most bitter of the NBA history. They met the playoffs 6 times from 1993 to 2000. It's epitomized by the enmity between the Pacers of Reggie Miller and the Knicks fan Spike Lee. But it's now Halliburton against Jalen Brunson. His score can be way off the target. Nothing sets for now how he has played. It's a bite to make things go appear. What he had to say in after the game, he has a lot of describing for Tyrese Halliburton to help out his team and save time for some overtime in Game 1.
You know, I'm so proud of the resilience of this group. We've shown it all year. We've had to win in so many different, random, unique ways. And today we just kept going, kept fighting, and man, that's fun.
But more importantly, it's between the desperation in Game 6 as it comes to the end between Jalen Brunson and Cat.
The most confidence. Overconfident. Seriously. There's not an ounce of any type of doubt that I'm not confident with this group.
You know, you make the moves to win, so it hurts. It hurts to be able not to bring an opportunity to the city for a championship. We got a bunch of great guys in that locker room, and you know, we hope to. The plan now is to just put ourselves in this position again and succeed next time.
There is not much to get a competition range between Miles Turner and Mitchell Robinson. The harder part is that it gets very intense. This no matchup brings in from the loud crowd, yes sirs, and winning from O's is not easy when they change it. Every time you see things, you see that when it comes farther to make the goals in range. Others can be very unstable. Nothing sets to matter until everything changes by the fans' reaction.
Siakam the 5 for the Pacers. Shepherd, nice pass inside. Turner converts. What a pass by Shepherd. Metric makes a move, makes a fake, splits the D and cuts it to go.
He is so good.
Wow.
See how low he put.
Ahead it goes. Siakam in full stride. Knicks are behind in the turnover battle in this series so far. As Halliburton defends Bridges. Count it. Foul. 7 points for Indy. And the other way. Neesmith takes off.
This will be a good game. Always remember, the Pacers and the Knicks, the biggest battle that you're about to be witnessing. This harder team is what everybody knows this reaction. The fans would love it too. And this rivalry in the conference finals is about to take everything no conference show would ever do from its stop beyond its arc. Everyone makes a mistake, and everybody pulls it in will dub and successful. Prepare yourself as they rematch again. Go for another win.
We just find ways. I think for us, it just starts with our habits. And we talked about doing the little things since day one. And so the little things matter, and you never know when they're going to help you in a big game. You never know when and which game. So it's all about doing little things every single day, and I think we pride ourselves on that.
Pacers, Knicks, next on 2K Sports.
Hey everybody, it's Jay and Gangsta Beast. This is the Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The only teams that we are waiting on is the winner between the Knicks or the Pacers. And we may have already seen it before. The last time we saw it, OKC Thunders had advances to the finals for the very first time, and they haven't won in the finals on each championship games. But this might be the only hope they will play against once they finish the Eastern Conference Finals. And now for my last broadcast partner for the Conference Finals, I have one of our takes in. This time, it will be all for anybody, as this will be Roy Cruz. He's also along with MePhone11, and the third commentary of the crew is Ballpoint Pen. And joining us here on the sideline for tonight's game, Ali LaForce or David Aldrich. And we'll see you all later, everybody, for our post-game show. After this is over, and you'll be seeing one of the big moments between Pacers or the Knicks. Now, it's game time. Game 6, ECF, Knicks, Pacers. Next on 2K Sports. Let's go. 2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. It's big night here in Indianapolis. Game 6 has approached and we are ready to go. I'm Roy Cruz and I'm here with my broadcast partner, along with MePhone11 and Ballpoint Pen. And tonight we are about to be seeing Game 6 between the Pacers and the Knicks. Here are the starting groups. Anobi is on Neesmith. Siakam's with Miles Turner. Nemhard is with Halliburton. And Bridges with Jalen Brunson. Then across the other way is Josh Hart. And Karl-Anthony Towns is starting center against Miles Turner. This is Game 6, and man, who do you think we'll ever know? I think this may be some craziness games. I think we're going to see how they can handle it. This should be the best one. Let's hope if there's any. So we start off here for Halliburton as he already got filled up and ready to go in Game 6 in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Here's the start in, now finding Miles Turner. Turner, around Towns will have his first shot in. This rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Now send over to Josh Hart the other way. Passes over with the shot. Big save on a big rebound, and this goes to Miles Turner. He'll get his first rebound of the game.
This really has to make anything that's going to change it off. When you don't see it often, you just need to make sure you get it off.
Nemhard. Step back over the 2 over Hart is good. This one starts Andrew Nemhard. First 2-pointer of the game. I'm talking to Dude at all the Charlie other side of it, as we are looking at is Jalen Brunson. He's one of the big burners in the game, and he plays an arrival in this game. After Spike Lee, then he was one of our big favorites after Charles Barkley. He's wants to be considerate of how well he will do.
Well, most play challenges happens with Tyrese Halliburton, and most likely, Jalen Brunson is really like showing it what he did. The most likely concern is we need to see how he can handle it. This most likely isn't formed, and to change out for anybody, this will need to make some better pieces plays to make that one better. The feeling, the range, the better, hard drive, this is what everybody needs to do. So with that, it's a harder way to do for him.
Brunson with the drive, that goes in with a 2-pointer. Jalen Brunson with his first 2-pointer to grab the lead. Oh, that one is really over the line, and I would have seen that. I thought Jalen Brunson, sometimes that left hand seal layup did not really start out paying attention here. Andrew Nemhard finding the Tigers celebrating. There in the middle is Neesmith, but it's stolen away by OG Anunoby. Miguel Bridges. Ball's loose, given over by Andrew Nemhard. On a fast break, they step past the Neesmith, fakes it over the head. That's missed again with another 2-pointer opportunity miss for Indiana. Now Josh Hart, he will slide it down. He will come it again to Jalen Brunson. Look to OG Anunoby. Anunoby with the shot. It's off the backboard. Kick of the rebound in for Josh Hart. He misses what happened with Josh Hart. He didn't seem like that was going to be enough, but that really made a mistake. Siakam for 3. That's good. A 3-pointer makes it on the open look. Now they take the lead 5-4. But I didn't really expect them showing. It seemed like that, well, they didn't really think it was going to appear or not. OG Anunoby watching up the screen and playing. This is the Josh Hart. Josh Hart will take a look around, trying to move in with the layup drive. Denied by Turner. Turner's had his first block of the game with 5 minutes remaining.
And when the tournament drive, that's what happens with this cup. It was right over the alley. Not a better choice, but this really makes it up.
Tyrese Halliburton looks to the middle to Miles Turner, almost lost the ball. Fake the shot, plays it in. That's Miles Turner's first 2-pointer after Halliburton with the assist.
Now that's really the better keying off as Miles Turner fakes his shot. He made that one with a great look, and that's really what caused it to try to keep it on. I really would love to see that Miles Turner made a great himself and the defender to keep things out.
Now here's Halliburton right toward the Siakam. Siakam with Halliburton. Halliburton right to the middle of the drive and the foul bucket one. That is Halliburton where it starts in for the Pacers. And the foul is going to be on Jalen Brunson of his first team foul in New York.
When this drive happens with Tyrese Halliburton, he really made this one all in. He really had that great shot. With the chance in, it's what he wants to make. That is range.
New substitutions are coming in for the corner now, as this will be a replacement for Miles Turner. And watching in here on play will be Jabari Walker. The other side of it, as we have to make a new change off here, we'll start in for Benedict Mufford. 1 shot remaining for Tyrese Halliburton. And he makes that shot. Halliburton's got 3 points in the game. Just over 4 minutes, and a timeout will start. You have Knicks. Just about to make a good encroachment here for Siakam's team, and it's now only 10-4 in that game. Remember you seen that before, and that happens with Miles Turner. He made this one with an elite block shot. But sometimes the better ratio is making it look simple, and he definitely did it all.
Yeah, I got a big green on this one. I really have to say that this is what I've seen so many others that most people are going to regret. Miles Turner is one of the big block shots in the game. He really had a lot of confidence afterwards. And for some reasons, when his better NBA career, he made us a lot of professional from this season. Those Indiana Pacers by 2015, that was decades ago. Man, all you know is that this is what happens with only this game. And remember his rookie year? He missed 21 games between November 13 and December 28. That was a wonderful rookie season after undergoing the surgery to repair a fractured left thumb. And then it was definitely what happened with 122 over 110 with the loss against Golden State Warriors. And he was named the Eastern Conference Rookie of the Month. Each of the first-year players really wants to make that one look like a chain off. They make things with a great start. So Miles Turner, I had some big choices to go with some bigger responsibilities to reach up, and that might be their way to head to the finals. So there is a matter of choice. Brunson shot no good as Halliburton with the rebound. Now Brunson was not really getting a tough shot this in, so that's not the better place that you want to do for. Halliburton finds Siakam. Siakam looks over to Halliburton. You'll give to Neesmith. Shoots around a little bit. That's off the rim and rebounded by Hart. Josh Hart right to the middle. Fades. Three for Miguel Bridges. It's rebounded by Cobb. And that will be a foul. That's on Pascal Siakam. That's his first personal foul. The first team foul for Indiana. Now this rebound was almost been picked out. Siakam had a little arm contact shot, and it's not really what you just can't get off to. This one really makes it unofficially ruled out. Now as for Karl-Anthony Towns, you'll have to get 2 free throws in the game. So the first free throw will start in for the New York Knicks with 3:21 remaining in the first quarter. Karl-Anthony Towns hits 2 free throws with the one, and that was the new changes going in for the Knicks. Miles McBride and Mitchell Robinson, along with Precious Chua and Cameron Payne are checked in. 5 players are checked out. 5 players checked in. Jabari Walker will be tapping. And on the other side, TJ McConnell. And he makes his second free throw for Karl-Anthony Towns. New York trails by 4. Introduce McConnell. They're trying to get Halliburton. He'll send it over to Marbury. Marbury send it over to Toppin. Toppin looks over to Halliburton. He'll try to get right over to Toppin. He outside. A pass to Marbury. Marbury back step for that elbow shot's good for Andrew Marbury. That'll be his first 2-pointer of the game. Really looking good slide now for Marbury. That 2-pointer is going to make a great feeling to have it up. Towns against Jabari Walker. Outside McBride. Screen on Cat. Moves around quickly and Karl-Anthony for 3. It's good. This one makes it a 3-point game as he has it up with a 12-9 lead. There's McDonald. Watching it over now. And he will have the big pass over to Marbury. A simple will be Toppin. Toppin. The good cutting bound over Chua, no good. That'll be a first miss by Obi Toppin. And he was taking to Miguel Bridges. Slides it back, trying to look for time. McConnell on it. With a step back, rolls in and out. Rebound at 1 point, and he'll have it again with Brian Walker. Walker sets the Halliburton for the finish, and it goes with a one-hand dunker. Halliburton's got 5 points in the game. 4-2-9 to score. Really wants to say that thing for Halliburton. This is the big slam drive that he really had it all. Timeout gives a secondary on the report for New York Knicks. Going 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. Well, it seems like the Knicks are not really just always going to try to lose their leads, but they really increased it. They really just got to keep playing like they do for. I know that wasn't really easy enough for them, but we kept this straight. You know, this has been working out so hard, and you have no idea what's going on. You really have to get over this at the right time. This trade is not really what made anybody that really has to get over it. Indiana's been like working it off in the next guy. This needs to be done quickly at the same time. That's what happens when they really back in to do it again. That's what happens. Don't get on to uncomfortable leads.
So new percentages here for the New York Knicks is now Mitchell Robinson watching his hand, and he's on the court replacing Karl-Anthony Towns. McBride, now he hands it over to Payne. Now with the pressure to oh, what a making dunk down! And Cameron Payne with the assist. I don't see that how Cameron Payne was really getting into. This is the big alley-oop pass. Halliburton setting a screen for Jabari Walker. Right over to the middle, Jabari Walker. Good hands on D for Mitchell Robinson as he denies the alley-oop. And a try will make here for Miles McBride. Just only 1 minute remaining in the first quarter of the game. And here's Halliburton. They're now back over to McConnell. McConnell gets the ball for him. What a finish. That great D by Miguel Bridges. Brings back the other way for the Knicks. Right toward middle. Step up is good for Miguel Bridges. That will be his first two-pointer to get the lead for 15-14. Halliburton. Finding Obi Toppin. He'll now try to get to McConnell. He wants to go and he top him with the screen. There's the pick. Goes back to Halliburton. Over to Toppin. Over Payne. It's good. Obi Toppin. His first two-pointer after Halliburton. This is what happens with the fade. This one gets in the way, but for some reasons, you don't really see what goes on. And that really made that one slipping. The foul is given by Tyrese Halliburton. That was his first personal foul, and a first team foul to a second team foul for Indiana. 10 seconds left for the first quarter. Bridges up, then there'll be another foul. That'll be second foul for Halliburton. He has 2 fouls already, and a 13 foul for Indiana. Look, you can't just do it off to the back. You know, this is where it makes a mistake. And this is why Rick Carlisle really has to give some instructions for Tyrese Halliburton. You're not starting it off here. You don't want to make anything that's right out of your way. You have to keep that close, intense match. No game would ever do. So tying or lead. Bridges drops the first free throw.
This is really what they were not expecting to do for him, but they don't really give that one enough. No appreciation, nothing at all.
And he missed the second free throw. Toby Toppin will try to get it over. And here's over. Halliburton for the 3. That misses. And we are all even in the books. For the first quarter, 16-16. Be back for the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, we're about to set up the second quarter back in action. Big close game matchups between New York and Indiana. What is your take here, and who do you have that think that's going to lead it off?
Well, I might say Indiana might have the better lead to start that off. No competitions were ever due like they did for the same thing. And I'm telling you, there's not really much playing fingers on here, but there's no stopping down. Man, would they ever need to do this? They won't. For the starting bird with Tom Huberdeau, here's a new group. Jalen Brunson is with Mitchell Robinson. And it's OG Anunoby. He's with Josh Clark and Miles McBride in his shooting guard position. Now for Indiana, Nemhard is with Siakam. Mofferin is with line Tyrese Halliburton. And Turner in center. Here's Halliburton with the finish line up and goes in. That will be Halliburton's 7 points of the game to take the lead up for 2. You did see that? You expected the Tyrese Halliburton, you would have just had that with the great 2-pointer lead. 3 for Anunoby. That's best target and rebound right in hole. Turner will slow that down. Let's give over to Nemhard. Gives it off. Halliburton. He's really like just keeping it going. How would Halliburton do if he would try to like keep sneaky attacking? This would be a big question to concern of how they're going to keep this thing going.
Over for three. It's good. Nobody in fight. And that one make the no three-pointer no problem. Halliburton with the ball with only 6:30 remaining. Past the 90-second mark and then starting the second quarter. And it's now Siakam the other way. He'll try to get to Halliburton. For the finish, another layup drive is scooped and missed. Here's a rebound here by Jalen Brunson. Back to Ojeanobi. Outside Jalen Brunson. Brunson looks now, finding the drive for three. For the lead, no good. And rebound by Siakam. Siakam's got his first rebound in. And now with under 6 minutes, 20-19 to score. He'll find Halliburton. Try to get to Siakam. For a deep three, it's good. Right from outside. And he gets 6 points for Siakam. They didn't seem like they were carrying it for. Siakam would have had a better three to keep the range in. That's big chase. Three for Anobi. That's another miss by New York. Halliburton slows that one down. Trying to pick up another screen for Siakam. They're trying to get back to Halliburton. Halliburton, one way around with the ball, want to go. And our finish, he's foul. Down to Gray. This first personal foul, and a first team foul for New York. This really made a little bump and slip, but there was no change when you ever have to do this. This work is not really what Andrew Nembhard has been looking for. That's been a bit of smackdown. He just couldn't get up. Free throw coming up for Andrew Nembhard. He's at the free throw line shooting two. And new group substitutions will be replacing him after the first free throw. He drops the first free throw. That was some of the changes. Malforin and Brian Shepherd is checked in as Cat replaces Mitchell Robinson. But this really need to give this for Andrew Nembhard, and they not totally agreeing on that. What they don't really expect to see that one coming out is what Nembhard has been working on. Big dedication. He really needs to get all the worth a shot. Nembhard knocks down a second. It's a 25-19 game as we are down near the 5 minutes remaining in the first half of the game. Jalen Brunson will try to make a little move. Right toward the cut. With the shot, great team by Miles Turner. That's his 5th rebound of the night. I wouldn't say that Miles Turner had a great defensive effort, but that's a great block that he really wanted to do. Siakam, Neesmith, over Anobi. Oh, what a try! Timeout, New York Knicks. 4:41 remaining in the first half. That is just unbelievable when you just got to get to a Neesmith drive. This power motion is really keeping it up. As we're nearing down the end of the first half, halftime show is coming up as we've got a great stand-on bias between Kevin Erling, Greg Anthony, as we noticing that there was not always a big team to get things up. And there's only one that might be happening. Cody Johnson, allocating the chance to get to the big fella at Chevrolet, will be ready to take things off with the first half ending to make the halftime show to make life possible. And we may see that in just a few moments once the first half comes to a complete. I think this could be a great take, great chance. I believe so. Let's hope they can answer it back. I feel like this might be a great team to keep it going. Yeah, same. The replacements are on for the court. Anthony Towns is ready to get right back into work. And here's Brunson. Brunson trying to look over it. And finding the cat going for a slammer. And he didn't think there was a foul to get. Last Turner, they really got a 6th rebound. Here's Nembhard for the finish, and there's a foul. Hard contact here in the center. That's Anthony Towns, his 2nd team foul, and the
the first foul for him. While Cat was almost been injecting the ball, that really would almost make that one unbreakable. I wouldn't see that Andrew Nemhard would have made this one finish, and that was really, he was up for his throwdown, but he went stumped up. That's not going to make that one help. Free throw coming up for Andrew Nemhard, and it's now he's ready to prepare himself for the next free throw of the game. This will be his second. Drops the first free throw, and with that, Andrew Nemhard is looking to willing to get his passing career high on his best score from earlier this season. Well, his last part of the career season happened to be with Andrew Nemhard, and he really had shown it off what he really had to do for. And Nemhard's status has really been making it look great. The last part of the game, it was only just 10 points. In every game of the postseason, he made his big advantage and he really got kept around and from targets. Most likely to consider that, but Andrew Nemhard has been like making it through magic plays and a bang. Although we missed by New York and we got him on Minnesota. There wasn't a lot of effort and his strategy is not really changing it up to be. Trying to picture it up a little bit. Now he finds it over to Nemhard. Tries to give it to Neesmith. With a step up for two. They missed again by the Pacers and rebound by Cat. Right through the middle. Good shot in. That's going to be a number 2-pointer and assisted over by the point guard position. This really got him some higher tricks here. Siakam now finds Nemhard. Passes to Siakam. Siakam pass to Neesmith. Neesmith down by Siakam. Siakam. Pass now to Neesmith. Neesmith. Throw it. 2-point. Drives good. Now serves at 4 points. And it's 41-21. Up by 10. And there'll be an offensive foul. The reach. It's Andrew Nemhard. That'll be his first and first team foul for Indiana. New changes in coming from the court. We got Bridges, Achua, and Payne were checked in for the New York Knicks. 2 players are checked out. As replacement will be McConnell, and Nemhard moves to shooting guard. Music quarter, and he'll be with a chance. Oh, what a nice stop. This one is really up and in. It's now Achua with the assist. Yeah, this is why I just really love Cincinnati. This is almost like be almost likely anyone. One more pass up by Siakam. Siakam looking it over, now finding McConnell. McConnell work this way up. The rebound by Turner. It's back to McConnell. Trying to make some motions here. He finds it over to Siakam. Siakam for the finish. Up and thunder in. Siakam's got 8. McConnell with the assist. Down to 2 minutes remaining in the first half. This could be almost anybody. That's before officially, but the game is tennis. To a good Achua. Slams down with one hand up. After they give Bridges for the assist. And just about 2 minutes in. McConnell has down Nemhard. The pass to McConnell. Right over to Siakam. And it's back to Nemhard. Pass to Siakam with a shot. It's off the mark and rebounded by Achua. OG Anunoby watching his way down. Up and away, no good. Rebound by Turner. And McConnell will have it the other way. This is just how we're not playing it off professional. This would be almost like not anybody and would change it up. Siakam now finds Nemhard. He has it down to McConnell. McConnell, Turner for 2, and good. Another 2-pointer for Miles Turner. That's number 6 points in the game. This could just make that feel like it's going in again. That's what happened with Miles Turner. Whoa, Miles Turner denies a shot.
That's his second in this defensive effort. Now this is what happens here. Miles Turner really had that great defense effort. What a goal. The combo back to Siakam looks to Neesmith, and he now has it over. Nemar, for the finish over Precious Achua, and it's off the mark and rebounded by the Knicks. OG Anunoby working it off. 3 for Towns. That's another miss by New York. Pascal Siakam showing no sign. He now finds Nemar, and he finds Siakam. He looks to McConnell. Siakam watching it across again to McConnell, and he has to now find Nemar. 4 to 2, and good. Roll around in the range, and he has 8. And just like that, we have finished the first half of the game. It's 37-25, and they've already been like on top of it for now. They're up by 12, and we'll be back with the third quarter to get ready after a 3-pointer, and that's it. 37-28 to score. Stand by for the halftime show. Let's see what we have on courtside. Here's Dave.
Thanks very much, kids. Going against a high-powered offense like this, I know you have your work cut out for you at the defensive end.
Yeah, they're tough to guard. They put a lot of pressure on you. You can't make body condition mistakes. You gotta make sure we try to make them work for the points.
We'll see if you can be more effective in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much today. Stay tuned. We got the third quarter underway for you soon.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. And in one stretch there, they were up by 6. They ended the second with a solid 9-point lead. A nice show of force by them. What'd you think, Shaq, about Indiana?
Well, what I like, the ball never stopped moving. Work with the players, everyone working in unison. Love to watch this brand of basketball. We've got a whole nother half. I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited.
And over to Kenny, what'd you think about New York?
They wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they hadn't given up so many offensive rebounds. Getting out hustled, getting moved around, losing possessions. The one thing you can control is effort.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And we are back at Game Break Fieldhouse. Welcome to the third quarter as you're ready to prepare yourself to see what it takes for the next match. Taking a look at the stats for Tyrese Halliburton. He's been getting great runs to make the roll from their teammates to others. And now he has his better professional career to keep on moving. Well, he's looking like he's been like a bigger charm afterward. And with Tyrese Halliburton, he's been like on a storm passing his moment right over from Jalen Brunson. And he's really trying to make sure that he can get it all when he can. Now what do you see if he can get it all? Tyrese Halliburton has been handed to Nemar. Then we have his Neesmith. Neesmith by Pascal Siakam. And Turner is inside. Turner. Pass back over to Halliburton. They'll try now to get to Siakam. For the 2. That's an miss. Over outside Nemar. Nemar looks to Siakam. Siakam up. Good. That will be a 2-pointer for Siakam. He has 10. And Nemar with the assists. This gives us Siakam better key point positions. This would almost been like impossible when they do it. Turner denies the shot. 3 from Miguel Bridges is good. Number 3-pointer gives it over to the cash floaters for Knicks as Miguel Bridges has the number 3-pointer. No clocks out to give. I mean, I don't know. I'm not understanding how this is going to keep going. But they have really been snatched. Josh Smart right over the wing. And Brunson can't get it over. And the slam right over on the defender. And he has slammed it with 7 points. Pacers. They cut their leads down by 6. Siakam. Rivard over to Gary Bridges is good. Some more tough shots here as he makes that off with the line. And he has 10. This one really gets some fancy biz finishes. That score almost took out anybody. Ruben Towns, no good. Rebound by Nemhard. Nemhard's got his second rebound of the night. And he has it over to Neesmith. Neesmith pass to Halliburton. Halliburton, Siakam up. No good. Rebound by Towns. And he's over now to Miguel Bridges. For the spin. Oh, Turner! And he just took another block and a whip over here. Oh, that is what I never expected to see. How that would change. That Turner made out with a huge differ on the blockness effort. I think it's over from Joel Embiid's better blocking effort. He really wanted to do it all. Trying to roll it in. And this one is over the range, and the timeout will be given by Indiana Pacers. Carl Anthony Towns has 9, 5:14 remaining in the third. Big change afterward, but that's what they are choosing now to make it look easy. Miles Turner has his 4th block of the game. Not for Cat. He has that drive. Stick around. We got the rest of the third quarter underway soon. Pacers and for the Knicks. Jabari Walker's checked in. And it's also along with the others. Bridges, Anunoby, and Towns are checked out. Robinson, Bridges, and McBride checks in. And it's Jabari Walker. He's with Anunoby Toppin. And Mopper's in center. Toppin up. No good. Rebound by Hart. Hart's really sticking it over right on Obi Toppin. It won't be like the day after all. And he is going to have to think about it for real. Toppin goes to Walker. 3 for that ball. That goes with another miss here for Indiana. Miguel Bridges, wondering enough when on his next target be. Alley-oop pass, and it's denied by Walker. Now Halliburton wants to give it over. Right to Jabari Walker. And it was right in. 9-alley-oop pass. But Halliburton got another run assist down. It's Jabari Walker. He really thinks that he can't just high fly it with the ball. And this time it will be unclear that he would be able to try to handle it over. I don't think that would be the right choice if he were able to have to keep on playing with that. 3 for Miguel Bridges is no good. Toppin now playing over to Halliburton. Right to the wing. Over to Halliburton. And he just took it away. Niles McBride said, nope, still not going to work. And right to in his own. That's a great side D by Jabari Walker with only 3:40 remaining. Here's Mopperin. Slam down. Under Mopperin with 4 points with 3:40 remaining. And there's what it is. Mopperin was able to slam it clear. Miguel. Miles McBride. Pass. Puts him for 3. It's good. Another 3-pointer for the Knicks. 47-38. They're down by 9. They're not really just going to start and stop this game. They really seemingly like they wanted to keep things moving. Now you'll have them off for it. Pass back to Halliburton to find out what's happening. Never. For the 2. A tough shot makes it in. Timeout. New York Knicks with under 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. You're really going to have to talk things over again. Sometimes you just don't make the wins, so sometimes you do have to make the wins. It's not easy at all, but it's not. You may have to want to stay alive for this game if you think it's really hard. I'm just going to say that, well, we're definitely going to be moving on for the finals. I think this is about to be a rematch game. I think so. I think we're going to see the Thunders and the Pacers again on the other side of it. You better believe you will. You'd like to see that go back to back. There's a big new change here as 3 players are checked off. Mark moves over. And it's now Marsh Chua checking in. And for Pacers, we do have 2. As they're both checked out, Alabama moves over, and McConnell moves over. Then the shooting guard position. Alabama now finds McConnell. McConnell now finds him into Offroad. Talking for David Aldridge and saying, we really are stepping it in. I will say this. We really did a lot of hard work out there, team. Gentlemen, there needs to be just one more down. And then we are off to the finals to keep things racing. Robinson with the shot, no good. And it's rebound by Toppin. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
McConnell now finds Alvarez. He looks over now finding Offroad. Offroad. Around Chuba. And that hard drag didn't take it over. Rebound by Brunson. Brunson works his way, British for 3 is good. They're back to a 10-point lead to cut the digits for Indiana, and it is a 10-point lead. Let's see what happens with this next. Well, I don't know how they will have to do, but they really have to get off to a fighting. They just need to make sure that it keeps it out. Albury now finds it over to Toppin. And Toppin with a 2 is missed off the mark. 1:13 remaining in the third. Quarter finish is missed off target and rebounded up. As they'll have their room to give again. Now find it over to McConnell. McConnell passes over to Albury. Trying to get back to TJ McConnell. And here's Albury with a 2-pointer up. Misses the net and rebounded by Brunson. Brunson for 2. And makes it in. Number 2-pointer makes it 1. Drop down. 40 seconds remaining in third. Albury trying to get to Walker. Walker finds McConnell. And you'll have to try to get Toppin again. Resetting the group. Here's Walker. Walker. Time running out. It's good. From Jabari Walker. 6 points. He really done it all. Yeah, he's really making a finish afterwards. Until then, you'll have to make that day watch out to keep things going. Walker with the ball. He's now 1 for Albury. This step up 3. And it's off the mark. Rebounded up by Indiana. It's 43-53. Next, Pacers still tie game. Fourth quarter is coming up after the break. This could be it. Let's hope anything that's nothing dangerous happens. Let's have a quick moment to reveal the State Farm assisted the game. Now, I have a lot of great feelings for Indiana Pacers. Look at this pass play offensively. The quicker the dipper, the more driving they're giving off. And I really love seeing how this finishes with Tyrese Haliburton. Same with me. It's been a very dream come true for your lives. And for so many others, Tyrese Haliburton will be a better one to be named. So far, it's a win to advance and do or die for New York. Let's see how they can handle it to answer back. For the finish, Brunswick from McGill Bridges, Townsend center, Ojianoga small forward, and John Short in power forward. He'll have it again at McConnell. This time for the 2. With a step back, 2-pointer is off the mark and rebounded by Ojianobi. And McGill Bridges marks it for 3. That is good. Another 3-pointer for the Knicks. 53-46. Man, they are just closing in the game gaps for them. It's not to stop. If you're going to get onto it, you got to make it sure you're on the quick move. Bounce pass out by Soto. Pass out by McConnell. McConnell passes over Loveroy. Loveroy sealing it away by number 2. That's another miss for Indiana. And here's Bridges. for the finish. And he will take the slam down for the 2-pointer. And over again, Karl-Anthony Towns with the assist. McConnell passed up on to Neesmith. Neesmith trying to work him up into some screening. Jabari Walker. It's back to McConnell. Double lead team. Again. Monfort. Turner. Over Cap. Good. What a step back for Turner. He is now heavy. Man, we love seeing this one in before. Monster is really like giving up a higher back, much more timing than done. That is a big take here on the play. That was from Jalen Brunson and Miguel Bridges. They're going to close it out. It's all out goals for the Pacers. Only 6:22 remaining. And with all that being said, due to the upcoming games for this one, once this game is complete, man, you'll be game 7 if necessary. I'll be on the other side of it to see what gets in. And with that, the only games left for NHL, we do have one take to start things off. That will be the Stars and Oilers. And then with that one, after that game, we have our season opener here for WNBA on 2K Sports. Starting their second season, as this will be their first game opener in season 2. That means we've got the Sky, and they will be facing against the Sparks. That'll be our next part of the game to get ready for our next matchups for the WNBA on 2K Sports. Might be a big one afterward. I think we're ready to prepare it up for our next level. I think this could be the right choice for the WNBA. Official part of the season might be happening for it. I think so. We might see that right on by. The exchange is on for the Pacers. Is down for the Knicks. They're making new changes here. The Devil Walker checked out. It's Siakam. On the other side of it, it'll be Denmark. Here's center with David Aldridge. Talking to him for Jalen Brunson. It was the other one that they gave in. Rick Carlson has talking from the bench, and he made it with the big question spots. And he said, we really need to be out here, guys. We cannot have the day afterward to make a long effort too much harder. This pacing is not really what they want, but they don't want that all. We wanted to make sure that we are in the right timing. I know that's just kind of a difficulty to try to give up. But no Tard can do. They're not playing it up like they do for it. So the screen by Siakam. Wide open look, 22. I'll never miss by Indiana. 5:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bridges trying to look for Hart. As this one, no way to deny any effort. Rebound by Siakam. And now here's Monfort. The big back over to Miles Turner. Oh, here's an excel play. What a great pass by Miles Turner. Siakam with 12 points. And Turner with the assist. This really kept on going. That's Miles Turner with a big impression. And here's Brunson. Brunson. No chance to move. Towns for 3. It's missed again. Miles Turner coming in a rebound. And as Miles Turner, he has entered his 11th rebound of the game. He's been really kept up for a next target on the field line. He really would have to do for Elmer. Miles Turner, great start off to make that one prizing by the viewers, and especially the fans. Never missed by a 3 for the Pacers. Josh Hart will try to work it off. Oh, slammed it right to her in the middle. That is Jalen Brunson with the assist. This one got a quick start afterward. Jalen Brunson really wants game 7. He has it over to Siakam. Siakam up, and he's fouled. Josh Hart with his first personal and the first team foul for the New York Knicks. Only 4-6 remaining in the fourth quarter. They won't be surprising about Pascal Siakam, and he's really trying to get it off. He just needs to get a 2-pointer to make that one the press down. Another free throw coming up for Indiana. As Miles Turner watches on Pascal Siakam, trying to see if he can make it in. He drops the first free throw for Siakam. coming back into the game will be Brandon Shepard, replacing with Aaron Beesman. Malfoy moves us over to small forward. He really have gotten a long way down, and what they really would say now is Malfoy is really like just a professional player's skill. Along the average, he will have to like try to make sure how he will able to handle it off if he has the right choice to do for it. This might be some rejection recruiters to come back in. This might be the perfect choice. They really have to keep on playing like that. All that time effort is their struggle. Nemhard threw on a drive and he got it in. Andrew Nemhard with 14 points and Miles Turner with the assist. They're just nearing down the full under 3:40 remaining. Here's Brunson. Passes. And this one missed the shot, and it's connected back in for another rejection for Turner. It's Karl-Anthony Towns, and that's another 2-pointer. This is definitely what they changed up. I was never spotting it on how that one was going to get out of their way. This is going to make somebody make that one banging hurt. Pacers move around with the ball. Now trying to Siakam. And Siakam will leave it here. Nemhard for the 2. Rebounded again. Back to Siakam. Keeps the ball moving again by Shepard. And now it's back over to Nemhard. He looks it over, now finding Shepard. Siakam. 3 from Malfoy. That's another miss. And it's rebound by Towns. Hart. Bridges. And this will be out of bounds. Indiana will have the possession in with only 2:45 remaining. They're in the end of regulation. And with that, this will be a timeout by Indiana. And it's replacement for Nemhard and Shepard. It's back to Halliburton. And Nemhard is back on the court. As we are approaching in, nearing the 2:40 mark. We got a long way down here. And with that, nobody can tell. It just makes a win to play against the OKC Thunders. I think we need to see this matchup again. I believe it's going to happen. Thunders and Pacers are the only 2 ones left, so I would believe that this might be the only choice to finish things off. I totally agree. I believe that it's going to make the Thunders and the Pacers in the Central State. No question. It might be just a winning for the O, and that's Tyrese to make the yes sirs to win the Eastern Conference Finals. And then with that, they'll have to improve it all with the better lates. This freelance effort is really going to make anybody possible with the scores. Let's see how well they can handle it. And now it's time to present our New Balance Player of the Game in game number 6 of the ECF. New player of the game of the night goes to Miles Turner. He has incredible mate with the 5 blocks in his defense effort skills. Most important, with his better stance, it's been like a hard rebound to show it off. Some great moves, it's just a hard rebound. We love to see the energy for Miles Turner to keep things going back. And with this next part of a generation, and then win, they'll be able to enter in the Eastern Conference Finals to the finals if they win. Let's see what happens if he gets a 6. Finding a D here by Miles Turner. Over the pass to Turner in the way, and then shot fade and drop. That's Miles Turner, and he really rasped it up. He just increases with 10 points. This is just another big down the front down. And for Turner, he really would show it off. And for Brunson, over the way, and Brunson, man, how did this drive get in the way? He has 14 over Halliburton 11, down to 2 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter regulation. And as Nemhard gets down by Malfoy. Malfoy passes down to Siakam. Siakam passes out behind Malfoy. Right to the middle, Halliburton does Nemhard. Drive so good. Chance for the Bridges since they're playing down by 5 to see if they can handle it. With the 2, Halliburton! He had probably slammed down with the block shot. I thought Miles Turner had it. Well, he didn't really think that was going to make it in. That was really closest wilding block shots. And back to Halliburton. Siakam Turner, tornado good. In reverse, yes, well, and Siakam with the assist. This is going to make the race back and forth. Turner really wants to show his improvement to bring it out. OG Anunoby makes the three-pointer, and just nearing down the final minute in the fourth quarter. Here's Halliburton. Just 2 timeouts remaining for New York and 1 for Indiana. Back to Malfoy. And a set. Halliburton for 2. Oh man, that makes it a tricky zone. Halliburton with 13. He wanted to beat over by Brunson, but this score is impossible. He really wants to try to keep that closing game in. This friggin' amount of pointer is just no way to give in. And Halliburton is not finding the ball for him. They get back over to Nemar. Nemar passes him off for him. Wofford swing it over to Siakam. And here's Turner with a drive and good. Turner has 14 points in the game under 30 seconds. And with that, Brunson, teammates, one last shot. No good. And that's going to wrap it up because the Indiana Pacers have dug it out. They had finished game 6. Their final score is 71-62. They are now the Eastern Conference champions. Pacers advances to the finals. And it's been a while this long effort. What a game. You always have to believe it. When Pacers win, it's a yes, sirs. Well, they decide afterward. It's a big one to make. We'll see you back next season. And that's going to wrap it up, folks. Along with my broadcast partners with Ballpoint Pen and me, Fool 11, and, of course, David Eldridge, I'm Roy Cruz. You've been watching Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, and good night. So long, everybody. Alright, thank you very much, you guys. And with that, Indiana Pacers has concluded Game 6, and they're moving on to the NBA Finals. With that being said, it's no chance than ever. Yeah, you can definitely spot it on, and this is what happens with Indiana Pacers. They've really been pushing it off. This pacing is just really the hard pace and bounding. You have to see it to believe it. Now, let's see what they did with the total statistics. 53% for the Indiana Pacers for the field goals. 36% for the three-pointers for New York Knicks. Then it was 100 free throws for Indiana Pacers. We only had 15 fast break points for New York Knicks. That made it look easy enough. 40 points in the paint for Indiana Pacers. 10 second chance points for New York Knicks. Then it was 14 and 30 bench points and assists for Indiana Pacers. 6 offensive rebounds for the New York Knicks. 32 defensive rebounds for Indiana Pacers. Both teams had 3 steals. 5 blocks that must have been turning up for Miles Turner. He made it all. Then it was 3 turnovers for Indiana. And it was 14 fouls evenly. 7 dunks for New York Knicks. 13 biggest lead for Indiana. And 1940 was a time possession for Indiana. They only had 2 timeouts with only New York Knicks. But unfortunately, they'll have to end it here. Alright there, fella. I know what you're ready for. Jay, it's time for 3-star players of the game. Thank you very much. Starting up with word up as we were going to start it in for the big game skier. First star player of the game goes to the finishing one they had, Jalen Brunson. 14 points with only 5 assists, and he made out of 6 out of 13 field goal range. 2 3-pointers out of 5. He only made 27 performance effort. With his big finish with runner, the burner really paid it off, but that was all he did. Then the second star player of the game goes to Andrew Nembhard with 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. He made a great effort, 5 out of 10 field goals, and only 22 performance effort. That was where it happened when he made it all in all. To make that one good, to go for lucky. And your first star player of the game, the best defender of the game, that made it all with some SWAT jots and all, Miles Turner. He had finishes 4 blocks with only 1 steal, and it's only 2 assists, then it was only 14 rebounds, 14 points, 7 out of 9 field goals, and 18 performance effort. That's how Miles Turner, he really got it down after rookie season. He wants to keep it going. That's where it comes in to keep it on. Well, folks, that is it. And as for Eastern Conference Finals, that has been concluded. Sorry, buddy. Well, we'll see the New York Knicks next time when we have them. It's alright. But don't worry, New York Knicks are going to say congratulations and good luck in the NBA Finals. So let's hope if there's a good anything to make it in here. So the first game is going to be happening here at OKC, here at the Paycom Center. That's going to be our first game here at 8:30 p.m. That first game will start for the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. You don't want to miss that one out because it's going to be fantastic. See you folks next time for us a while as the conference finals of the NBA 2k25 dial on 2K Sports. This is Jay, along with Gangsta and All Day Crew. Thanks for watching. Peace out, everybody, and good night in Indianapolis.
If you don't, somebody